A better question, I guess, for Ben is how was moving during COVID?
Um, it was it was very difficult to try and book flights and organize flights because, one place had one sort of restriction and like you had to have a certain test done there, but then the next place was like you need to have this done and this done, and it was all very difficult. I was probably about a month of searching just after my last exams that I'd taken to come back in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to luckily I was able to find a flight where I was going like from Norway to Germany, Germany to the UK, and then UK back down to Jersey. So it was a long day. Had What time did I get? It was stupid o'clock in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. Had to get tested. Make sure that I was all safe, masks and everything. Dead quiet at the airport, nothing like you'd ever really seen before. Flew down to Germany, was in there for a couple of hours. Um, Again, completely dead airport, and then up to the UK, and I had to stay in the UK overnight. Unfortunately, they were allowing people to travel to Jersey as long as you were only in the UK for less than 24 hours or something like that. Um, and it was just so happened that the flights lined up perfectly that by the time I got to the UK, I was able to take a flight to Jersey the following morning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it was very lucky that I was able to get back. But like I said earlier, I was in a bit of a slump before I'd come back to Jersey, so I really needed it to see my family, to see friends again. Uh, it just helped me get out of that.
Yeah.
And then obviously quarantining and testing in Jersey, that was like a 7-day thing or something. So it wasn't too bad. I think they were very prepared by that point. They had a couple of months to figure out what they were doing, figure out what the testing situation was like. So we had a test at the airport, waited at home for like a day or two, and then yeah, it was fine after that. I don't think it was too bad. Once they'd like figured out what they were supposed to do and like how to prepare for this and what to do with people trying to get into the island, they had it fairly sorted. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Speaking of tests,
Hmm.
have we all had? I'm guessing we've all had tests, haven't we?
Yeah,
Yes.
multiple.
Not fun.
Yeah, not fun. We all had the old swab ones.
Old sub
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
I
Well,
know.
Absolutely
I
horrible.
don't think it works. Like everyone does it slightly different. So in Jersey, I'd read on the flight before coming down, like what it was, where it goes, all that stuff. And when I got there, it wasn't actually too bad. They didn't go that far into my nose or whatever.
Oh,
They didn't
mine was
choke me too much with
horrible.
the swab.
Mine was
Yeah,
horrid.
but I did the home one. It's where I had to do it
Oh, the
myself
home
because I
one,
was
right.
isolating because I got ill and we already had one person at work who tested positive when we were already back at work at this point, and two people off work isolating, waiting for their results as well. So I had to do it at home, and doing it yourself is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. So I've had a couple now in Jersey. I came back at the summer, and then I came back mid-November for Christmas period because my university shut down. But when I came back to Norway this time last week, honestly, I was not expecting it. She went to my brain. Like I was crying afterwards. I literally had tears running down my face, and she was like, "Are you okay? You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But you just like violated my nose because before she did the test, she was like, "Have you had one of these before? Do you know what it's about?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I have it. So I'm fine. I can do this." And honestly, it is not like any tests I'd had before. It was horrible.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
luckily for me, like the nicer test, luckily, I have to do that once a week because Dave works in a what's it, the vaccine clinic.
Hmm.
So I have to do those one a week. So luckily they're fine, and you can do them yourself. Just scrape out a bit of your tonsils and wait half an hour. But
that's not too bad then.
compared to like the first time I had it was when I was going home from university back home to see my family and my grandparents, and I wanted to go home and make sure that I was clean. I got fucking jabbed in the brain. Like honestly, it was a quick in out motion through the nostril. I was like, I literally got sent into a spasm. No idea what just happened to me. I was just like,
Wait,
ugh.
so they did an in-out one.
Yeah.
The one I had in Norway, she put it in, did the little like, you know, swabble it around, so you're trying to get all of whatever, and then she left it in there because she didn't pick up the little test tube that she was going to put it into afterwards. So I'm just sitting there with my head back, you know, with this cotton swab halfway down my nose, and she's like gone off to the other table to go pick out her thing. It was horrible.
Okay, maybe it was a blessing me doing it by myself.
Yeah, I think you got very lucky.
100%.
Got off work for a week as well. Yeah, it was alright. I ordered it like as soon as I started isolating when I got ill, and it took like 3 days to get there, and I got the results like 3 days after I did it as well. Even though they said it's like an instant response, like it'll be like a day until you hear the results. I sat there waiting for ages. By the time I got the results back, I knew I didn't have COVID because I was fine. Like I was better.
Yeah.
So how long did you have to wait for your results?
Not overly long. I want to say like a day.
A day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was similar to mine as well.
One of the tests I had to do took like 3 days, but that's just because that was when the whole error thing happened in the UK.
Everything. Oh, really?
So, don't want it. So at the start of lockdown in the UK, they had this like track and trace system.
Ugh.
It was stored on an Excel spreadsheet, and the Excel spreadsheet just binned itself fully.
Oh god.
And they also used a similar one to track like everyone's test results, and that's how they logged it onto the track and trace. And because the track and trace one was down, that stopped that one being updated and sent out to people. I was just like, cool.
Yeah.
So I had to wait 3 days in. Where was I? I was 3 days in Leeds before I could move to Manchester.
Place to be.
Yeah. So Leeds, I went to uni in Leeds, then moved to Manchester during lockdown. It wasn't overly bad because I already knew a few people here. But the fact that I've lived here 9 months now, and for about all but a week of those 9 months have seen these 4 walls of my bedroom, it's a bit depressing.
Yeah, it's very sad when like you're just living in the same, you know, square box for pretty much a whole year.
Yeah. When I moved from the same square box for about 6 months to a different square box for the past 4, however long it is since I moved, 3, whatever. So
Yeah,
a little bit of a change of scenery.
What was that like moving for you? Was it difficult because of COVID, or
To be honest, no. It's the first time I've ever moved house, so I wouldn't know what it was like before COVID. But as far as I could see, it was pretty well done. To be honest, like we woke up like 8. The removal came, packed everything up that already hadn't been packed. Put everything in the lorry, went off. They went and waited at the new house. We each had to wait in that house for the exchanges and the handovers to all be done. Then once the handover was done, we had to wait like 5 hours for the handover to be completed, and then came here, unloaded everything. It took like a week to get everything sorted out properly, or like live. So it's more like a home rather than a building stacked full of boxes.
Yeah.
And then since then, it's just been a slow job of slowly getting everything done because it's not a perfect house we moved into. It's a house that needs work, but my mum sees it as a home for her, for like her to just stay here now rather than keep moving. So yeah, as far as I can know, it's really smooth. Didn't take long at all. It's about
I think
2
it
hours
is
packing,
amazing
2 hours unpacking.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how some